Hello, my name is Jim Christopher. I'm a sober alcoholic, and I'm the founder of Secular Organizations for Sobriety, Save Ourselves, SOS. SOS is a worldwide organization. It's 21 years old. I've been sober for 28 years. I got sober in April 24th, 1978, through something I call Cognitive-Visceral Synchronization. Now you might say, well, what in the world is that? That's simply cognitive and visceral realization in the head and in the gut that I can't get away with this stuff anymore. I don't know what else is out there, but I can't do this stuff anymore. I'm going to get off the sauce. I'm going to do it now. I've had my aha experience. I can't do it. I can't stand it. And so you feel it in the head and in the gut at the same time. That doesn't happen naturally too often. Some folks call it an accidental aversion, some call it a spiritual experience, an emotional experience, or a fusion of head and gut experience. But it can be deliberately induced, and that's what's exciting. So folks can shave off years of suffering. I've kept my passion for sobriety, if you will, all these years. And I walked away early on from AA, 12-step. Why? Because it wasn't my cup of tea, and I'm not alone. There are lots of folks who cannot be helped by 12-step. That's why we need options and we need alternatives in recovery. That's why SOS exists. So about 1985, I missed the camaraderie. I've been sober for many years, but I missed the camaraderie of self-help support groups. So I wrote an article called Sobriety Without Superstition. It was published in an international humanist magazine called Free Inquiry. And lots of folks saw this article and they thought, we feel this way too. There should be options. There should be options in recovery. There should be alternatives. So I started the first meeting, the Secular Sobriety Group, which was eventually come to be known as SOS. In 1984, we had precursor meetings in homes, but in 1985 we started first meeting in a public place, and other people started meetings all over the world. Why? Because they'd seen this article. And so it was a kitchen table operation in the beginning. These free anonymous meetings have now been around for 21 years. We have grown. We have a database of over 20,000 individuals. We have meetings around the world. And this is great. We need all the options we can get in recovery, in my view. We need to have this diversity, so that translates to more folks recovering, more folks being able to reclaim their lives and start afresh and to get their lives back, to reclaim their natural survival system, if you will, by getting off the sauce and getting off the drugs. Now the SOS approach we call the Sobriety Priority. What I mean by that is nothing else is going to happen for you if you're under the influence or pickled. If you're drinking or using, you're not going to get anywhere. So we champion getting and staying sober. Yes, I'm saying as a separate issue from everything else. That includes religion. That includes all your other issues. That does mean, and research shows, that one can get clean and sober and stay that way with other issues unresolved. Unresolved issues raging, one can get clean and sober and stay that way as a separate issue from everything else. Are we championing dysfunction? No, we are not. We're saying that this offers a lot of hope. Why? Because folks can get clean and sober and stay that way, and they'll have a chance to work on their other issues, or not. You know, what we do mainly in SOS is get clean and sober, stay that way, support each other in that process in a safe, secular environment. That's what SOS is about. We celebrate everyone's recovery. We don't care where it takes place. If it takes place in a church or a synagogue or a mosque, we don't care. If you're an atheist, if you're an agnostic, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Christian, we don't care. Getting sober and through self-empowerment, that is taking the credit for your magnificent achievement of sobriety, as we say in SOS, we find that that's very helpful, very healthy, very upbeat. So we enjoy the concept of having a good time in sobriety. We also don't believe that one has to be married or obligated to an organization, including SOS. What we mean by that is we champion individual recovery, individual sobriety. So some of our members say, thank you very much, I appreciate it, I got it, and now I'm on my way. And they don't attend meetings anymore. Some people don't care for meetings, group support meetings. Others love group support meetings and thrive in group support meetings, and they want to give back. They want to start meetings and keep them going, and lots of folks do that too. So SOS is a free thought forum in recovery. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you think that you get sober by using a little of this, a little of that, and that works for you, that's grand. We welcome you in SOS. If you're a family and friend member, we welcome you to our SOS meetings, the same meetings. If you have a gambling issue or an overeating issue, we welcome you to all of our meetings. So that's what SOS is. Think inclusive, that's SOS. Think diversity, that's SOS. We welcome you, and we've been around for 21 years. What that means is we have helped thousands of people achieve and maintain recovery in a safe, secular environment. Folks who could not, research has shown, could not do it the 12-step way. And we are now wanting to break the barriers of the 12-step entrenchment, if you will. Not that 12-step shouldn't exist and continue to help folks, long may it wave, but we need more than just one size fits all. That's the purpose for SOS, Women for Sobriety, Smart Recovery, and other approaches. Now I'm going to talk to you very plainly and very directly. If you recovered in 12-step, AA, NA, CA, and you have this feeling about AA as the one true way for you, that's great. But it's not the one true way for every human being on the face of the planet. We have diversity. We have need for options and alternatives in recovery. Give your client a voice and a chance to recover in his or her own way. So SOS has been thriving and growing for years, and we've created this manual for you to give you an overview of SOS, and you can do client matching now. You can give your clients a choice. You can give them a voice in their own recovery. So as a treatment professional, I urge you, I implore you to utilize this manual. It's very user-friendly, and it doesn't have 500 pages of tedious copy to sift through. It tells you basically what we're about, what SOS is, a little bit about our history, and how to utilize the SOS approach. Take a look at this manual, utilize what's helpful, and share it with your clients and your patients, because we do have a sobriety workbook. We have lots of readings from my books and pamphlets from SOS that have been created over the years by SOS members. So all of this material is helpful, and we hope that you will utilize it in your facility or in your practice. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.